DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And off we go from Tampa. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action. Now Richardson. Flushed out right. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. That is caught. He's across midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Off play action. Richardson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Richardson looking to throw this. Buying time to his left. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Walker is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, You want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Eluding the pressure right. It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 2, 1st down marker at the 8.
They'll run it for the 1st time with Alvin Kamara. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he's got it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, it's Tua. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Tua.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Now it's Richardson.
And it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's number one goal is to throw that timing off.
Richardson working from the gun.
Dancing to his left.
He completes it to Olave.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Richardson. That's Olave bringing in another one.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to the air with Richardson.
Forced out to his left.
He completes this to Walker.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
He's got this complete to Robinson.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
32 stinger. Go right here.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. And to the right side here, it's Allen. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
2nd down and a yard.
Go ahead. Ready,
Tua going to throw. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Tua to throw again.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's into the clear.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucks may have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Tua, a final shot before half. Going deep for Diggs.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Well, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
44, ready.
Tua sets up to pass it. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's complete to his running back, Kamara.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35.
20, TX.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Steps away to his left.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
21G, 21G.
Looking to pass. Tua. The left side caught by Diggs. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This is caught. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go. Scat.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Must get the ball back for us.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
And they'll begin by running the option.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Joey Porter Jr.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, 21 TA. Ready. Out.
Here's Tua. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson
from 19 yards away.
And the Buccaneers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now 17-14.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. 2nd and 10. Off play action. Richardson.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Jalen Phillips, the former first rounder, getting in there for the sack.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. Boy, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Richardson looking to throw this.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
52 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Kenneth Walker.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua. He gets this complete to Diggs.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way.
Now Tua. Pass complete, got it. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
21G, 21G.
Here's Tua.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
It's complete to Robinson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing Tua.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Tua.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use him on the defensive. Oh, now some trickery. They fake the spike.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it, and he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
He finds Robinson. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Tua.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
Tua. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Tagovailoa.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week one, and one of our early window games here in week one on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Commanders, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.